We'll come into a nice seated position. This can be down on the ground. It can be on a seat, perhaps a couch or a chair around you, anywhere that feels comfortable in any seated position that feels best for you. We'll start by taking a moment just to sit up nice and tall, take the shoulders back, reach up from the crown of the head, level out the chin with the floor so we're not looking up or down. And we'll gently either close our eyes or lower our gaze down towards the ground as we settle into our practice today. So again, for those who are just joining the session, my name is Chelsea. I'm a librarian here at Brock University, and I'm also a yoga instructor running us through a bit of an unconventional study break in a more unconventional space. We would do this in the library. Today we're doing it in our virtual study spaces, just to encourage some mindful movement and some mindful moments through the course of our day. As we settle into this seated posture here, feel the weight of your body sinking down towards the ground. Notice if there are any areas of tightness or gripping. See if you can let go, and if there are any easy adjustments you can make to be a little more comfortable, go ahead and make them. Otherwise, we'll just observe how we feel physically in this moment. From the body, we'll take the attention to the breath. Notice how the breath is moving, if it's fast or slow, if it's deep or shallow. And there's no need to change it, just observe how it feels. And then from your breath, bring your attention to how your mind is moving. Notice if your thoughts are scattered and racing around. Or notice if it's lunchtime, you've already had a long morning. There isn't quite that much going on, just observe. No judgment. And then gradually bring your attention back to your breath. We'll move through a few rounds of counted breathing to center ourselves today, and this is a practice you can return to at any time through the course of your day. We'll breathe in for 4 counts and out for 4 counts, in and out through the nose, and we'll do this 4 times. We'll take a normal breath in and out to prepare, and then we'll breathe in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Last round, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. And return to normal breathing. Take a moment to observe how your breath, your body, your mind feel after just a few moments of focused breathing. And with a nice deep inhale, we'll roll the shoulders up towards the ears, and exhale, drop them down, gently open the eyes. And we'll start to move through more of today's practice. We're going to start by loosening up the neck and the shoulders and then work our way through the rest of the body, because sitting and staring at our computers all day, things are going to get a little tense and a little tight, and we want to try to loosen that and create opportunities throughout the day to incorporate this into what we're doing. So we're going to start just by drawing some circles with the nose. We'll take the nose up towards the ceiling, around the side, down, and around the other side. And just keep gently moving in these circles, leading with the nose, very gently opening up through the neck. Maybe observe if there are any tight spots or sore spots in your neck. Remember as well to move through your own range of motion here. Never push anything to the point where you want to scream out in pain. That's not fun or zen for anyone. We'll switch directions, gently guiding the nose around and nice big circles, introducing that range of motion back into the neck. When we're staring at our screens all day, often we're really not utilizing the full range of motion here. We'll come back around, we'll return to center, and we'll start to roll the shoulders now, inhaling them up towards the ears and exhale, taking them down. Inhale, take them up. We're reconnecting with the breath here. Exhale, take them down one more time. We'll inhale, take them up. Exhale, take them down, and we'll switch directions, taking them forwards and up as we inhale. Exhale, take them down. This is something really easy you can do at your desk any time of day. Inhale, take them up. One more time. We'll exhale down, inhale up, and exhale down. Very nice. Now, we'll take the fingertips to the shoulders. We're going to increase the range of motion just a little bit here. So starting with the elbows, we're going to inhale as we draw them together and up, and exhale, circle them around. We'll do two more in this direction. Inhale up, exhale down. Notice if there are any crunchy bits here. Pulling those elbows around. A friend of mine likes to call this the funky chicken, so you can get a little funky with it if you really like. It's always nice to introduce some levity into your day. Take one more circle. Very nice, and we'll release. You can shake out the shoulders, shake out the arms. We'll extend the right hand out to the side now, and we'll tip those right fingers up towards the ceiling. So you really want to lengthen your right arm out, flexing your hand back towards your face. You'll start to feel a big stretch across your arm here, and this might be quite a bit. So really focus on your breath here. Your breath can carry you through a lot. Bringing your attention to that deep inhale and exhale, that nice smooth rhythm, can help you to keep calm through almost any situation and any kind of stretch. Take a nice deep breath in here, and on the exhale, start to tip your ear away from that arm. You'll increase the stretch. Feel it through your neck, your shoulder. Take one more inhale. Exhale, we'll bring the head back up and bring that right hand down towards the ground. With an inhale, we're taking that left arm up and over, coming into a side stretch. And if you're seated in a chair here, if you sit towards the edge of your seat, you can keep your hand sort of on the edge of the seat or hold underneath the seat of the chair and do the same side stretch from there. We'll take one more breath in this side stretch posture, and with an inhale, come on up. Exhale, bring that left hand to your right knee across your body, circling your right hand behind you. With an inhale, sit up nice and tall, and exhale, we're going to twist towards the right, leading with the belly button here. So you might not twist super far around. You want to see maybe you can take your gaze back towards your right shoulder. No worries if it doesn't come all the way around. Take one more nice deep breath in here. And on the exhale, we'll unwind. Very nice. Now on the other side, we'll extend that left arm out to the left. Reach it out nice and long. You start to feel that stretch. And then tip the fingers up towards the sky. That really increases the stretch here. Take a nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, maybe tilt the ear away. Oh goodness, that's a tight stretch. You might notice a difference from one side to the other. Remember to breathe. Your breath can carry you through anything. Take one more inhale. And on the exhale, we'll take the head back up. Take the left hand down towards the ground. Inhale, take the right arm up. And exhale, we'll take it over towards the side. A nice side body stretch. Notice if your chest is collapsing down towards the ground here. You want to really try to open things up. And that might mean you can't extend quite as far over to the side. And that's, again, totally fine. We'll take one more inhale here. And on the exhale, we'll come on up, bring that right hand across to the left knee. Circle the left hand behind you. And again, you can do this seated in a chair if you're sitting close to the edge. With an inhale, we'll sit up nice and tall, and exhale, twist towards the left. Leading with the belly button here, really lengthening up through the spine. We'll take one more deep breath in here, and exhale, we'll unwind back to center. Great. Now, when we're working at our computers all day long, often our forearms and our wrists can take a bit of the brunt. They might need some extra love. So we're going to start giving them some extra love by extending our arms out in front of us with our palms up. So it's like you're telling the world to stop. You need to take your study break right now. We'll gently take the right hand to the left fingertips, press them back just a little bit so you're getting a bit of an extra stretch across your forearm here. And then we'll do the same with the right hand. We'll take the left fingertips to the right, stretch it back just a little bit, not too much. You don't want to strain anything. And then we'll take the hands and flip them down, almost like we want to do a thriller dance. Maybe take the right hand to the left to stretch out the back of the wrist a little bit more. Do the same on the right hand. And now maybe shaking out the wrists a little bit. We'll take our hands, excuse me, out in front of us and bring the fingertips to point towards each other. Your palms are facing you. From here, start to curl your fingers into fists, and then see if you can curl your fists in a little bit towards your forearms. This can be really intense. You're kind of making gorilla arms here. This is a big stretch across the back of the wrist and the forearm. And then we'll extend, stretch out your fingers nice and wide, and curl it in one more time. And release, shake it out. Very, very nice. Hopefully your arms, your wrists are feeling a little looser now. With an inhale, we'll roll the shoulders up and back. And with an exhale, take the hands to the back of your head, pressing the back of your head into your hands into the back of your head, keeping your head stationary on top of your shoulders. As you open your elbows out to the sides, almost like you're basking out in the sun, like it's still vacation. Really lifting your chest, opening up through the shoulders. This is great to counteract our posture when we're hunching over our computers all day. Maybe allow yourself to smile a little bit here. Life is good. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, we'll gently unwind. Very nice. Still in our seated posture here, we'll take a moment to clasp our hands nice and loosely behind our backs here. And taking the shoulders back, we'll start to lift the elbows up a little bit, again, stretching through the shoulders, the upper back, opening things up, counteracting our computer gargoyle posture. And bring the hands back towards the back body. We'll start to reach the knuckles down, opening up across the collarbones, the shoulders in a slightly different spot. Take one more deep breath in, and exhale, we'll release. Very nice. Now, in either our seated posture or coming towards tabletop, we're going to move through a cat-cow motion. In a seated posture, you can do this in a chair or on the floor. You can exhale, round it back, and inhale, scoop it forwards, lifting the nose, the chin, the chest. Exhale, rounding it back. If you'd like to come into tabletop, we'll rock forwards onto our hands and knees. And with an inhale, sway the belly forwards, take the gaze up, and exhale, round it back, trying to really sync up the movement with the breath. So just take a few of these at your own pace. We're moving down the body, waking up the rest of the spine. Inhaling nice and smooth and exhaling nice and smooth. Take one more, either the seated variation or from tabletop. Very nice. And we'll make our way up to standing. So you can do this however suits you best. We're going to stand up nice and tall, take our shoulders back, reach the fingertips down towards the floor, really root down through the feet. Lift up through the chest, tuck your tailbone under, so you're engaging your core slightly here, even in standing. I know, no one expects it. Reach up through the crown of your head. Maybe smile just a little bit. Take a nice deep breath in and sigh it out. Very nice. With an inhale, we'll reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Catch hold of the left wrist here. And with an exhale, we're arcing over towards the right. In our seated side stretch, we were trying to stay aware of rounding down. We want to open up here, just as we did in seated. Take one more inhale. Exhale here. And then inhale, we'll reach up all the way up. Maybe rise up onto the toes, stretch out nice and tall. And exhale, return down, catch hold of the right wrist. We'll arc over towards the left. A nice side body stretch on the other side. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale here. Inhale, we'll come up. And exhale, circle the arms, a nice big circle, extending that sort of funky chicken motion we had before with the arms to come back to standing. Very nice. Now, I'll recommend if you have a table or a chair or a wall near you for this next position, it can be quite helpful. So I have a chair handy. And this is a stretch that will just open up through the upper back and the shoulders. So I'll show you how to use different pieces of furniture to enable this stretch. If you have a countertop or a table or the back of a chair, it'll work very well for you. You can step away until you can extend your arms out nice and straight. You can bend your knees as much as you need to here, pressing your hands down onto the top of the chair or the table so you can lengthen your spine as much as possible, getting a nice good stretch in the upper back here. You can also do this with a lower piece of furniture. So I have a couch accessible to me here. You just want to bend your knees more here as you press your hands down into the furniture, lengthening your hips away from you. So you really get that length through your spine. If you have a wall handy instead of a chair, a couch, a table, your desk maybe, you can just press your hands into the wall to get this same extension. Now, while you're in this posture, continue to breathe nice and deep here. Feel your back ribs expand with the inhale and sink down with the exhale. Breathing into the full body. We'll take one more deep breath in here wherever we are. And then exhale, we'll slowly walk our feet back up and return to our standing posture. I'll now remove my chair for the rest of this practice. I like teaching that posture because it's really handy to throw into your school day, your work day. We often have desks that we're working from, and it can be a really good pose to incorporate using that furniture. So from here, we're going to move through a little bit of a flow, getting some energy moving through the body. We'll stand up nice and tall. With an inhale, we'll circle the arms up towards the ceiling, and exhale, circle them around as we fold forwards, bending the knees as much as we need to here, so that the spine can again be nice and long. With an inhale, we're going to lift up halfway, bringing the hands to the shins or to the thighs. And if you lacked a piece of furniture for the previous position here, you'll notice this is a very similar posture. And you can even do this, trying to take your shoulders back away from your ears, lengthening your spine here. Very, very similar. We'll take one more inhale here, and exhale, we'll fold forwards again. With an inhale now, we'll sweep the arms forwards, come all the way up, and circle the arms around in a nice big circle. We'll do that again. Inhale, take the arms up, and exhale, circle the arms around, fold it forwards, bending the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, we'll lift up halfway, keeping the spine nice and long, and exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, sweep the arms forwards, come all the way up, and exhale, circle those arms around. Very nice. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, circle them around. You're going to fold it on down forwards. From here now, we're going to step our feet back so we can come down towards a nice tabletop position. So I hope you have a carpet or a mat. It's very helpful here. If you find your knees are a little bit sensitive, you can bunch up your mat to create a little extra cushioning here. You can also use a blanket under your knees or a towel. We'll inhale, we'll just do one round of cat-cow here. Take it forwards. Exhale, we'll take it back. We'll return to a nice neutral position here. And now, just gonna give myself a little extra space at the front of my mat. Keeping our hips over our knees, I'll start to walk my hands forwards. We're coming into a puppy pose here. So firmly pressing down through your hands, see if you can sink your forehead down towards the ground. We're lengthening the spine here. So this is the same lengthening motion when we're pressing our hands down into the chair or the table or the wall. This is that similar extension, reaching the hips up and away, pressing the hands down, stretching out through the upper back and shoulders. Take one more breath. And then on the exhale, we'll gently lift ourselves up and we'll lower ourselves down onto our bellies here. From our bellies, we're going to take our elbows underneath our shoulders, planting our hands down onto the ground, pressing the tops of our feet down onto the ground. Inhale, take the shoulders back, reach the chest forwards to come into Sphinx Pose. You want to consciously engage your core here, pull your belly button in towards your spine, press your tops of your feet down into the floor, press your hands into the floor. Imagine you're pulling your heart through. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, lower it down. Pressing the hands down into the mat, we're going to press it back to child's pose. So we'll press up to our tabletop. And then we'll shift our hips back onto our heels, reaching our hands forwards, draping the body down over the thighs to rest the forehead down on the mat. If your forehead doesn't come to the mat, you can always make a fist with one hand or two and gently rest your forehead down on your fists. Take a moment here to close your eyes, breathe into your back body, feel it relax and settle. We'll take one more deep breath in here. And on the exhale, we'll roll our way up and we'll swing our legs around to come into a seated position on our mat. We have about 5 minutes left of this practice. We're going to stretch our legs out nice and long in front of us here, making sure we can sit up nice and tall. So, in order to do this, we might need to bend our knees, and we might need to bend them a fair bit, and that's totally fine. You can also bunch up your mat underneath your hips, or perhaps grab a cushion if you have one nearby, since we're all practicing at home. In any position that allows you to sit up nice and tall, flex your feet up towards your face. With an inhale, we'll reach the arms up towards the sky, lift up out of the waist, and exhale, we're going to tip forwards, letting the arms rest down on the ground very gently, not trying to reach and grab onto anything, just softening down towards the ground, relaxing the whole back body, very similar to what we just did in child's pose, but introducing a little bit of a stretch through the hamstrings and the glutes. Take a couple of nice deep breaths into the back body here. We'll take a nice deep breath in, and on the exhale, we'll roll it up. We'll take the feet flat on the floor, fingertips behind you. We'll gently knock the knees over to one side, and then the other. Opening up through the hips, loosening up through the waist, getting this movement going through the entire body. And all of these postures that we've done today, I might be wearing my fancy yoga pants, but they have been tested. You can do them even in jeans. They're very accessible to incorporate throughout a regular day. And there's no need to entirely do like a full hour of yoga if that's not something that's accessible to incorporate into your day. Moving through just a few of these postures is often really beneficial, and it can help to ground you and provide a sense of release through the course of the day. We'll take one more and then we'll come back to center and we'll make our way towards Shavasana. So Shavasana is a pose where we're just relaxing at the end of the practice, taking it all in. You're welcome to join me. It's lying down on the floor, or if you'd rather remain seated, you can stay seated, gently closing your eyes or sitting in a chair. I'm going to take the option to lie down, stretching my legs out nice and long, feet splaying out to either side, letting my arms rest out at my sides, palms up, feeling my whole body settle down into the ground. You can close your eyes here and take a moment just to totally relax. Feel your feet and your legs heavy, your hips sinking down into the ground. Relax your abdomen and let your breath move softly through your belly and up towards your chest. Feel your collarbones spreading wide, your shoulders and your arms sinking down. Relax your throat and let go along the back of your neck. Unclench your jaw and relax the muscles in your face. Relax your eyes. It can be straining even when they're closed. And allow just a trace of a smile onto your lips. Feel your whole body completely relaxed and completely at ease as you start to lengthen those inhales and exhales through the nose. Feeling that breath constant, smooth and reassuring throughout the entire day. We'll gradually start to bring some movement back into the fingers and toes. And if you're lying on the floor, we'll bring the knees in towards the chest. We'll hug them in nice and close just for a moment here. And then gently we'll roll over to one side to press our way up to seated. And I'll ask that we still keep the eyes closed or gently focused on the floor in front of you. And take a moment just to observe how your body feels, how your breath feels, and how your mind is moving. And observe how your body, your breath, and your mind feel now as a whole compared to how it all felt at the very beginning. With an inhale, we'll bring our hands to center. And exhale, gently bow our heads forward in gratitude for the time we've given ourselves here today to try something new and bring a little bit of mindfulness into our days. We'll gently open the eyes